what y'all know about a supermodel fresh out of Elle magazine. Bottle, bottle, look pimp juice, I'll give you one. Bad.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl Shay Live.
It's Asia.
And this is Same Sis.
But different.
And we're back at it again, Danielle.
Back at it again with the white bands, Daniel.
I don't know why I have this thing in my hair.
Yeah.
Like, I really do. Okay,
Before
anyways.
we started filming, she's like, you remember that? Remember those videos? Back at it again.
Those were good videos.
So good.
It is another week. We're so happy that we're back to weekly episodes with you guys. We're going to get into some fun stuff this week. But before we do, what have you been up to?
What have I been up to? I'm going home, which I'm super excited about.
Super jealous.
My job has me going like every which freaking way. I'm doing like a little road trip with Trey, so I'm really excited about that. And then this is gonna be my first Thanksgiving in Connecticut since I moved here in 2012.
What?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
You haven't had Thanksgiving back home
Nope.
since you moved here?
Not one time.
Wow.
I know.
never knew that.
Yeah, so that's why I'm really excited. I just haven't gone back home.
I'm trying to think if I have. I think I have.
I feel like you have.
I haven't either.
You haven't?
But it's only been 4 years. It hasn't been
Who cares? That's a long time.
8.
It's a long time still. 1 year is a long time.
Yeah, no, I haven't been back for Thanksgiving.
There you have it.
I
Exclusive.
always go back for Christmas.
Exclusive info about the Same Sis. Sisses.
I was really over here thinking.
We
Okay,
are
sorry.
independent over here. We moved out here and we just tried to make it as good as we could.
Yeah.
But that meant we had to sacrifice a lot of things, and one of that was Thanksgiving with our family.
Yeah.
So shout out to everybody trying to, you know,
Hustle.
get their dreams on. Missing a lot of good shit and a lot of good food. But yeah, I'm very excited to be going back home. That is like the highlight of my November, I would say.
That's nice.
What about you?
Don't tell Trey, but I'm putting up the Christmas tree this year. He wouldn't let me last year.
Why?
Because it was like we were leaving, but like I didn't think about
Who
it.
cares? Put it up.
Yeah, like I was just like, no, like I normally put it up the day after Thanksgiving or like that weekend.
Mm-hmm.
But like Trey wasn't with it last year, and this year I'm just gonna do it, and he's just gonna come home. It's gonna be there. And we're just gonna do it.
Do you?
Because I love Christmas. Like honestly, I love the people who like are already
Me too.
doing Christmas stuff.
People who woke up on November 1st and were like, we're here.
Yes.
I'm like, go off. I personally need like right after Thanksgiving.
No,
but
like,
if I was them, I would. I love it.
If I could get away with it in my own home, I would. But like Trey would really not go for it.
My Trey either. He would be like, okay, baby, two,
Yeah, like, you're
two
doing too
whole
much.
months. And I'd be like, yes, what's the issue?
Literally, what's the issue? But okay, so yeah, that's what I'm excited for because you know December 1st,
Well, Christmas-
my Christmas tree will be up.
Christmas tree decorating, well, not even Christmas tree decorating, like Christmas decorating is fun as fuck.
It is.
Like if you guys just put on like super cute Christmas music.
Trey will
and
not know until he gets home. I'll be doing it on my own. I'll be blasting Christmas music in my house, putting everything up, and because he'll try to make me stretch it out. Like he'll be like, not this weekend. Like, it's getting done.
Okay. Great.
It is getting done.
Love an eager woman.
But this episode, we're getting into some fun stuff. Not for us because we're already cuffed. But
I mean, fun stuff for us to talk about.
yes. It's cuffing season, okay? It has commenced. And if
Along
you
with-
don't have your roster ready already, you're late.
You are late. It's November and you late. Because cuffing season started like, I would say right before Halloween.
Okay, so I'm going to be honest. For me, in the past, cuffing season really doesn't start till after Halloween. Because, like, Halloween, you're still kind of like...
You can still be like tits out and about.
Yeah. You're still trying to, like, see who you can choose.
Right. For the roster.
For the roster.
That gets locked in for the cuffing season.
Yes. And now that we're in LA, we get a little bit more time because it's really not cold.
Right.
It really doesn't get cold until like the end of November, but we know that half of our viewers are from the East Coast, so we got y'all covered, okay?
All the way. Wait, before we go on and give you all of our things,
Another week of water.
another week of water, keeping that skin healthy, keeping those innards positive and glowing from the inside out.
Just staying healthy, you know?
You must. Cheers to all of our singles that are cuffing right now.
Cheers to cuffing season.
We're with you in spirit.
Cuffing season is not the season where you're like looking for your husband. That's not called cuffing season. That's just like you're dating one person.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
Cuffing season is when you like gather a
Squad.
I'll say 2 to 5. 2 is kind of too not enough. But
yeah, 2 is not enough, and 5 is like,
I'll say 3 to 5. 3 to 5 on a roster for cuffing season is ideal.
what has been your highest number of a squad during cuffing season at once? Go.
Well, you know, I like to say that I was like the queen of cuffing season back in the day. I am now retired, but I'd say like I could do like a 3-on-3 game.
Yeah, mine
Like
mine.
6.
Oh, 6.
Like 3-on-3.
Oh, I was about to agree with you. I was like, yes, 3 is me too. I am also 3.
I'm actually quite surprised that you're even at 3.
Yeah, I was at 3 at one point.
Okay.
In my
Heyday.
in my heyday of being out in the streets. Okay, 3 was just like enough for me to like handle. But like for some reason, I just felt like at that point in my life, like shout out to Connecticut, shout out to Connecticut's upbringing with us.
Oh gosh.
But like some of y'all in Connecticut in my heyday, I was trying to grow my roster, but people got very emotional, and I was like, I thought this was not supposed to be emotional like that.
Yeah.
So that kind of like, I had to put out some fires along the way. So 3 was like my maximum I could really just like keep a hold on,
Okay.
But 6, wow, go off, bitch. Okay, go the fuck off.
But it's good that you said that things got too emotional, because that's normally what happens. I feel like at the beginning of cuffing season, you have to really go into it knowing like, am I going to be dating somebody seriously, or am I just trying to have company during this cold weather? You know what I mean?
Do I want extra Christmas gifts? Or will you be gone after the 2nd of January?
Well, cuffing season technically ends around Valentine's Day.
Oh, it's so long.
Because that's why you gotta keep a few, because they like either they probably have a couple too you have to think about, so you can't have all their time.
That is very true.
And now honestly with the pandemic you can't really go out like that, so it's like,
I'm praying for y'all out there.
You need a few on your roster. I'm trying
really
to tell
do.
you if you listen to.
But also too, like, comment and DM us, specifically me, because I'm clueless. Like, how are y'all doing? Like, how are y'all doing out there during this pandemic and trying to like do this?
I know a lot of people are online dating now, even people that weren't online dating before, because it's kind of like
a thing now.
A better way to do it, because you can't go out, or especially people that are taking the pandemic seriously, like you can't really go out, so now they have video chat on dating sites, and like,
but like people are like meeting up at some point.
Yeah.
So like that's, I guess, specifically what I want to know. If y'all are dating and doing the whole thing, and then the whole FaceTime dating, and then like when is it appropriate for y'all to like link up, and then when you do link up, like are y'all kissing? Like what? Just
you act like you've never dated before.
No,
like,
but I'm saying in the
rules are all still the
pandemic.
same.
But I'm saying during the pandemic.
The rules are the same.
Oh, see, I wouldn't be kissing no one.
I mean, but you have to think about it. You kissed Trey, and he's still working, and you're still working. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but I can trust that he's not kissing anyone else.
Sure, you can't trust that he doesn't have COVID.
I make him get tested every week. So.
That's not true.
Yeah.
He gets tested every week for work, or you make him get tested?
Me. Every Wednesday. Since he started working on weekends, he gets tested every Wednesday.
Okay, but he gets here on Sundays.
He does.
So that doesn't matter.
Either way, my personal thing, I wouldn't be able to do it. So how are y'all holding it up?
Don't listen to her. Listen to me. Cuffing season is first of all, you don't kiss everybody anyways. That's the tip. You're not kissing, you're not having sex with 6 people at a freaking time. Honestly, get a grip. You only pick one person to have sex with, because obviously, that's disgusting. If you were having sex with 6 people at a time. And if you
There's
are
only 7 days in the week.
are doing that, no judgment, but like you should probably slow down. My rule as one person
To do the do.
Yeah. So like even though I had a roster of 6, it's like those 6 have different jobs. they
Like you're
satisfy different needs.
Like you're like my wine and diner if I want to put a lip and a heel on.
Yeah.
And you're like my Netflix and chiller.
Yep.
And
There's
you're like
just
when I have sex with you.
Different guys for different occasions.
Different guys for different times.
Yeah. I wish I had like a cuter like saying, but
I tried to wrap it
you
up
guys
a little
get
bit.
it. But what would you say has been like one of your worst experiences in a cupping season, if you've had one? Like that you can learn from and tell people.
Right. Okay. So I think I double booked, and I double booked specifically at a pickup time. One was supposed to.
Oh, that is a major party foul.
One was supposed to be leaving, and another one coming to pick me up.
Okay.
So I had to keep the story correct, which I was confident in. So like this one leaving thought I was staying in, you know. This one was like thinking I was prepping to go out, which I was.
Mm-hmm.
Just the timing I didn't quite get perfectly. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I would say. Time management, and then also to like maybe you meet them out, or you like don't ever have them cross paths like in one space, because you know you might get into a little.
That's a good tip too. Like maybe there's one guy that doesn't come to your house, you go to his house.
Exactly, and like you drive yourself. You know, I'm like, oh darling, all I have to think about is like myself and my plan, and then I'm like, oh my god, you got
Yeah.
and then this one like was lingering, leaving, and which didn't make any sense as to why I was like rushing him out of my house because I was chilling. So that's where I like fucked up a little bit.
Yeah.
So it's just like you really have to like get your story right, and then you also have to get your sub stories right. It's like a thing. It's really a thing. Remember, you're dealing with multiple people.
Right. But if you're upfront about, you know, we're not in a relationship,
I was not.
then it's a little bit easier. But honestly, I mean, time management is an all-around, whatever age you are type of thing.
True.
I think, like, especially when you're dealing with a lot of people at once, it's a good tip. You need to, time management, write it down on a calendar, whatever you do.
Thank you.
I also want to say, like, don't come into cuffing season with a whole shit ton of expectations, because you're going to get let down. Like, that's just what it is. Like, cuffing season, this is a period of time that we're kicking it, we're having a good time. Maybe we're getting to know each other too, and like, whatever. It's just, it's cold outside. You know what I mean?
That's Shayna's like thing. Okay?
That's what cuffing season is. Like, you're cuffing somebody to stay home with.
I see that. I see that. That is true.
Like, you know, you do have the one person on the roster who's gonna wine and dine you, take you out, but like that's like the once a week
Yeah.
thing.
You're right. Oh, gotta love when we were in cuffing season, okay, dolls?
I'm not too far removed. If you're still in cuffing season, I want to know how many people are you guys having on your rosters? Because I feel like it's a rookie move if you only have 1 or 2.
Yeah, like
Because a couple are gonna fall off.
Yeah, like
this
1
is a
or
long
2.
time, November to February.
1 or 2 is like year round, you know, like like if you're not
Like you're just dating.
Yeah. Like 1 or 2 is cool, but like cuffing season, like go big or go home.
Yeah, you have to have a roster. I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry to tell you, 3 to 6.
3 to 6. So if you're
no
right
less,
now,
no more.
if you're right now at 1 and 2, like you're a little bit late, but it's not over for you. You can still add a couple to the roster. Okay.
Great.
And in addition to not having very many expectations, like have your standards, obviously, but not too many expectations. And then also, like, as women, a lot of us do get attached when we're spending a lot of time with people.
No.
And this is not the time period to do that. If you have a roster, again, if you're just dating, This episode is not for you.
It is not for you,
This
but we
is
love
just
you.
for the girls and the guys that are cuffing for the
Season.
5 months. You know what I mean? And
Are
then like
open
we can
to
still
it.
be cool after, but like you're not my man, you're not my girl, you know? So don't get it like you have to try your hardest, girls. I know that we are emotional beings, but like you can't get attached and expect things from this person if you're just cuffing.
It's an art.
This is not the time to be attached. And if you are starting to get attached,
Drop
you have
it.
to drop the rest, drop it, or you have to drop the rest of the roster and just date. Like, you're not going to be able to find your husband and have a whole nother 5 guys that you see during the month.
And then, sis, at that point, you're not playing.
You're taking yourself out the
which
game.
is totally fine.
Yeah, I mean, we did it.
Yeah, I mean, which is totally fine. But like, then you are not, participating in cuffing season.
Right.
It's definitely a thing, is what we're trying to say.
So you can't catch feelings. Can't have big expectations. What else? Can't be emotional. You need time management. Okay? Stay organized.
Stay organized in these
And you
streets.
need at least 3 to 6. 3 to 6.
And that's it.
And those are your cuffing season essentials.
Don't ever say we didn't tell you nothing, okay? We didn't teach you nothing on this show, all
And
right?
again, if you come out of cuffing season with a boyfriend, that's just icing on the cake, honey.
Go off, sis. Get what you need to get.
But that's not what you're going in for.
To be young again.
Oh, stop. I'm still young. I'm still in my 20s.
To be young.
Well, let's get to our viewer question.
Oh, love it.
All right, let's get to it. Let's see.
We love you guys. Don't forget, every week we'll be putting out a poll on our Instagram. Just kind of prepping you for our next week, giving you a little hint to what you should be asking.
Yes.
So yeah.
And we love these relationship questions, quite honestly. But this week this is the one we chose, and it just asks, when is it appropriate to bring someone you're dating home for the holidays? Actually, just 2 years ago, for me, I was like, oh my god, I don't know if I'm gonna like spend Thanksgiving with Trey. Do I spend it? Do you remember when I was like, I don't know if I'm going to his house?
Yes,
I don't know if
yes.
And I was so nervous because we had only really been dating for like 3 months.
Yeah.
And we knew we liked each other and we wanted to like be together, but I just felt like it was, and I think we were on the same page. Like, we never really talked about it, but like,
I think that's why you were freaking out, because you guys didn't talk about it yet.
well, like, we had mentioned it. We had mentioned Thanksgiving, and he was going to be at his mom's. But, like, we didn't mention, like, where I was going. Because I, again, am in California. My whole family is on the East Coast.
Right.
So,
like, you had me as an option.
yeah,
You
like, I
had,
could have went to
friends.
Asia.
Right.
But then, like, she was going to Arizona, and I was like, I'm just going to go to Arizona with you. Like, we'll go to Uncle Barrett's, and that'll be that. I just don't want to go to his parents. Like, I don't want to meet his whole family. Like, I'm nervous. Like,
and that's a big deal.
yeah.
Like,
I
doing the
also-
first meeting, not just like mom, like everyone.
Right, exactly. And then I also feel like for me, if I was trying to like be the other person, where like would I bring him to my whole family?
Right.
And for me, it's just like bringing somebody that you're just now dating for 3 months, which kind of like feels like a long time in the moment, but like really is not.
It's not, yeah.
You bring them, then like if your family loves them and you guys don't make it, and then the next year they're asking
it's
about
a
the
mess.
person, and like
It's a
that's
mess,
so
yeah.
annoying.
Don't
So,
jump the gun.
I think honestly for me and Trey were in a full relationship, had been in that relationship for a minute already, before we both went to like our different families.
Yeah, I agree with you. I feel like when you're dating, when you're in a committed relationship, and like you know that you want to be with that person long term, and you introduce them to your family as that, you know?
Right. Because
So-
that's another thing. Like when you're dating somebody, what do you introduce? Like, this is my friend.
Right.
Because you also don't want to be like the cousin or the niece or the sister or whoever at the family functions that always brings a new guy like every holiday. You just don't want that.
No. But
Sorry.
great question.
Very good question, and I hope that it was helpful.
Make sure that you're following, liking, subscribing, and commenting on all social media platforms on Same Sis Podcast. You can talk to us, DM us. Like Shayna said, make sure you get on our poll every week so we can talk to you.
Yes.
But yeah, that's it.
That's it. We hope this was helpful. I know that, sometimes we get all over the place, but I hope that you're following it.
And we hope that we gave you information. We love you guys, and we'll see you next week.